When you hear the words, God said, I am coming tonight, something awakens deep within you. It's not fear, it's not panic, it's awareness. Because these words are not about the literal night, they are about the moment of truth, the awakening that happens when the divine presence knocks on the door of your consciousness. Tonight could be any night, but for those who are awake, it's the night when you finally decide to live with purpose. When God says, I am coming tonight, He is not talking about a specific hour or a visible appearance or a voice descending from the clouds. He is speaking to the soul, not the calendar. He is saying, awaken now. This moment is sacred. Do not wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised. The divine message is not about fear, but about awakening. It is not about the end. It is about the beginning of consciousness. Tonight does not mean the time after the sun goes down. Tonight means the moment when you finally understand that this breath is the only one you truly own. Most people live as if they have unlimited tomorrows. They carry the illusion that life is long, that the universe will wait for them. That time will stop while they delay their purpose. They think, I will start healing later, I will forgive later, I will change when I feel ready. But readiness never comes from waiting. It comes from realizing that life is happening now. The divine does not send reminders through calendars. He speaks through moments, through silence, through the sudden realization that something inside you must move, must awaken, must rise. When you hear the message, I am coming tonight, it is not about preparing your outer world. It is about preparing your inner one. You don't light candles in your house. You light the fire of awareness in your heart. You don't open your door to the sky. You open your consciousness to the divine. Tonight means now, because every second is a door through which eternity enters. You cannot wait for a perfect time, because the perfect time is not found. It is created by your decision to live consciously. Think of how many times in your life you said, I will start tomorrow. You promised yourself that you would begin something sacred. Maybe to pray, to meditate, to apologize, to take care of your body, to chase a dream. And yet, tomorrow kept moving forward. It never arrived. You kept chasing it, and it kept running away. This is the trap of the sleeping mind. It loves postponement, because postponement gives comfort. It allows you to stay the same while pretending that change is coming. But when God says, I am coming tonight, He destroys that illusion. He is saying, there is no later. The only moment that carries truth is now. Imagine the divine standing before you, whispering, if tonight was your last night, how would you live? Suddenly, everything meaningless disappears. You wouldn't waste time arguing, gossiping, comparing, or worrying about opinions. You would speak softly, love deeply, and forgive quickly. You would be present. Because in that moment, you would understand that everything you were chasing was temporary, and everything you ignored was eternal. That is what the divine message wants to awaken in you. The ability to see the real value of this moment. Tonight means presence. It means that the sacred is no longer hidden behind plans and excuses. It means that you stop running from yourself. Every distraction, every delay, every maybe later is just fear in disguise. And fear is not real. It is a story your mind tells to keep you from stepping into light. The divine wants you to realize that awakening is not about finding a new path. It is about walking fully on the one you are already on. It is about giving your full attention to what is here, not what is missing. Presence is not a small thing. It is the bridge between the human and the divine. When you are present, you begin to see how sacred every breath is. You start to feel the rhythm of life beating in your veins. You understand that the sunrise, the wind, the silence, everything is a message. But you can only hear it if you are awake. God says, I am coming tonight, because He wants to see who is truly awake. The ones who are ready will not ask, when? They will simply open their eyes and say, I am here. In the Shaolin philosophy, presence is a form of discipline. To live in the now requires strength. It is easy to drift into memories or dreams of the future. It is easy to get lost in what-ifs. But the master learns to anchor himself in the moment. He breathes deeply, listens deeply, and moves consciously. This is the same energy the divine asks from you. When God says, I am coming tonight, he is asking, can you stay awake when the world is asleep? Can you stay faithful when everything around you is uncertain? Living as if tonight is the only night means you stop postponing your purpose. You stop saying, one day I will become who I'm meant to be, and you start being that person now. You stop waiting for signs, because every moment is a sign. You stop seeking miracles, because your existence itself is a miracle. When you finally live with this awareness, life becomes sacred again. Every word you speak becomes a prayer. Every step you take becomes meditation. Every act of kindness becomes worship. This is what the divine wants from you. Not perfection, but presence. Not grand gestures, but sincerity. When you realize that tonight means no, you begin to value the smallest things. You start to see the divine, not just in temples or mountains, but in the way the light falls on your hands, in the smile of a stranger, in the beating of your own heart. This is where God lives, not far away, but in the silent spaces between your thoughts. When you delay your purpose, you close the door to the divine moment. You say, I will open it tomorrow, but you don't realize that tomorrow never exists. The mind creates it, but the soul never experiences it. The soul only knows now. That is why all spiritual masters speak about awareness, because awareness is the home of the divine. God can only meet you in this moment, not in your past, not in your future, but here, now. Many people fear the words, I am coming tonight, because they think it means the end. But it is not an end, it is an awakening. It means the divine energy is ready to enter your life. If you allow it, it means the universe is knocking, asking for your attention. It means your higher self is calling, asking, will you finally live with purpose? You have been given this life not to sleep through it, but to awaken within it. So how do you prepare for tonight? You prepare by becoming still. You prepare by forgiving. You prepare by letting go of the noise that fills your mind and returning to simplicity. You prepare by breathing in gratitude, by walking with humility, by speaking with truth. You don't need to move mountains to meet God. You need only to be real. You need to be honest enough to admit where you've been lost, strong enough to return to the path, and humble enough to listen when the divine whispers your name. The divine does not measure you by what you have done wrong. He measures you by your willingness to awaken. Every night you live unconsciously is a missed opportunity to experience the miracle of being alive. But every night you live awake, even one breath of awareness, is a sacred meeting with God Himself. When you finally understand that tonight means now, your life changes. You stop waiting for happiness and start creating it. You stop waiting for love and start becoming it. You stop waiting for blessings and realize you are already blessed. You stop chasing light and realize it has been shining within you all along. The divine is not coming to bring something new. He is coming to reveal what has always been there, your soul, your purpose, your peace. If you knew for certain that tonight was your last, you would not waste a single moment. You would tell the people you love that you love them. You would let go of grudges. You would smile at the sky. You would thank the universe for one more breath. And that is the secret, living every day like that. When you live with that level of awareness, every night becomes sacred and every morning becomes resurrection. The truth is, God is always coming. Every moment, every breath, every heartbeat is His arrival. The question is not when He will come. The question is, will you be awake enough to see Him? Will you be present enough to feel Him? Will you be humble enough to welcome him? Tonight means now. It means the end of waiting and the beginning of awareness. It means no more running from your truth. It means you stop living hard